Let's transit from your teaching, we've gone to your ministry, and now the interest in politics. That sounds like that is the point where you started engaging on issues leadership.
Yes.
Of course, the political leadership, and you've been a leader all through anyway. So after 2007, did you vie?
2013, I didn't vie.
You didn't vie.
And actually, you know, the first governor wanted me to be his running mate.
Ah.
Yes, seriously.
Mheshimiwa Cheboy.
Yes, and I declined.
Why?
I specifically declined because, you see, after 2007, contesting and not making it. You know, Kanu then, 2007 was smelling like something else. So you could not be elected anyway. And I'm sure even that time, Honorable Gideon was not elected also because we vied on a Kano ticket.
Yes, that is when he lost his Baringo central seat. Yes.
Having little children who are going to school, you see, the position of a deputy governor, you are not certain, my friend. There are no parameters. There is nothing. You know, somebody tells you, be my running mate. You cannot raise funds yourself because you are not even sure if you will ever, if you will stick with you. So I say no.
Do you regret that decision?
No, I don't.
Okay.
I know.
So you didn't vie to that.
And actually, after that, after I declined the Cheboys, the current governor approached me. Again that same time.
Man, that sounds like you kuna kitu kwa kikwetu pale wanaita uko na uso.
Uso ya hiyo sasa sijui. But I still declined, of course. I knew, of course, Cheboy was a front runner. If I declined, you know, a front runner's request, what of somebody who is struggling?
So that was still in 2013.
Yeah, so I did not contest for the parliamentary seat.
Yeah.
And again, my late brother who was killed, Engineer Pepe, is actually my brother-in-law.
Oh, really?
We've married from the same family.
Sorry for that.
Yeah, and so I said, why should we compete and we are brothers? So I let it go.
So 2007.
Yes.
You were still working with the Kabarak University, or was it Kabarak?
No, Kabarak High School.
Kabarak
Actually,
High
Museum himself sponsored me for the 2007 campaigns. He was so keen that I should win that thing, and actually sponsored Professor Lonyangapo on the other side.
Which he won.
No, he didn't win that time. We all lost, actually. Because according to Mzee, since Lonyangapo is also a Christian, he said he will impact the people of West Pokot. This one will impact the people of East Pokot. Yeah, that was Mzee's thought.
Which was brilliant.
Brilliant, yes.
Because where the gospel is really, I think we can see a lot of impact.
Exactly.
So at what point did you leave Kabarak High School? Because
after
I was looking at your CV, I think Pia, you got involved in Kabarak University.
Yes. Yeah. Actually, after the 2007 elections, I asked Mzee if I could cross over. You know, I had said bye-bye to high school. And Mzee still wanted me to go back there. But I said, why don't I go to the university? And he granted me that chance. And that's why I started teaching at Kabarak University after 2019.
Oh, that's so recent.
Yeah.
Wow. So, siasa. How has your journey been in politics and balancing it with serving in the church?
Yes.
Yeah.
Very interestingly, SK, that's a very good question. You know, my fellow pastors and even fellow Christians ask me, how do you balance? But what I can tell you is this: when you have a calling from God, and whatever you desire to do, you consider it a calling from Him, you always need to know that you are in full-time ministry. Because what does the Bible say? You know, you are the salt and the light of the world. So even our political sphere shouldn't be permeated with the salt and the light of Christ. So as for me, I don't know someone else. I have never, there are challenges in politics. Okay, it has always said that politics are dirty game. Of course, there's a lot of that. But when you make a resolution to remain faithful to God, even in that muggy, field, I can tell you, you still stand firm. Because I've not seen the difference so much. Because my desire has been, if elected an MP, I should take it as a missionary work to my people. That God is sending me to make a difference in my community. Yes?
Yeah.
So, yes, there are challenges, but for all that time, I have stood firm in my faith, and I have made a vow with my God that in whichever area, wherever I am, I should always serve you faithfully.
And that brings us to the conversation around politics and the church.
Yes.
And actually on Monday, we'll be hosting Bishop Kotut.
Oh, yes.
We should have been having him here today, but we thought yours is quite lengthy,
yes.
and we may not exhaust everything on the same plate, or rather within the period 1 hour. So in your opinion, what can you say about the involvement of the church in politics and leadership?
Now, what I can say is this. First and foremost, the political arena has been perceived as a dirty field. But let me tell you, that is actually the creation of politicians. Why? Because they would want to close everyone out. They will always tell a pastor or church people, hey, concentrate with your church work and leave politics to politicians, because politics dirty. But let me ask you, SK, when you become a member of parliament or a governor, what the people expect of you is not for you to abuse them. It's not for you to intoxicate young people.
Neither are they expecting you to to steal their funds.
Exactly. Yeah. They would want you to provide services, service delivery in the sector of water, health, education, and what have you. Where are the abuses? Where is the dirt there? And therefore, what I can say is this: destructive politics is what is sinful and wicked. Constructive politics is in line with the law.